LSD. And so we used several of us as gophers. We were sitting there and, you know, taking care of the experimental subjects and keeping records. But in that early stage, students were excluded. So I had 2 years when I was listening to these incredible stories and not being able to have the experience. So just about the first thing I did, and I graduated, was to have this experience myself. My teacher was specifically interested in entraining the brainwaves, which means exposing people to powerful stroboscopic light of various frequencies and finding out if you can influence the brainwaves in the suboccipital area. So all of those of us who wanted to have a session, we had to agree that we also would be going through this experiment. When my own experience was culminating, a research assistant took me to a very little room, and then she brought this gigantic strobe. And in the next moment there was light like I had never seen in my life. My consciousness was catapulted out of my body. I lost the research assistant, I lost the clinic, I lost Prague, I lost the planet. And then I have the feeling that I was completely extinguished. I ceased to exist in the form in which I knew myself. And instead I had the feeling that I somehow became all of existence. I became nothing, but I became nothing. I became everything. I was in the astronomical universe, or I was the universe. And there were things happening for which at the time I didn't even have name. But later I read about the Big Bang and the black holes and white holes and wormholes, which is an amazing cosmic spectacle. And then she turned it off, my consciousness started shrinking again, I became myself. But there was a problem because I ended up finding the planet, finding the clinic, finding my body. But my consciousness was kind of floating around the body and I couldn't find ways of aligning those two. At that point it was absolutely clear to me that what they taught me at the university, that consciousness is somehow created by the activity of the neurons in the brain suddenly, it's totally absurd. It's clear to me that consciousness was a cosmic phenomenon.